5 years ago, 2021, did the South Island Safari. Went round at completely right around the South Island, including Bluff, right to the bottom. So today we're going to go from the bottom of the North Island, which is where I am right now, all the way to Cape Reinga, which is the northernmost point of the North Island. It looks like a nice day today, but yeah, the weather forecast is looking for pretty much a storm all week with lots of water. That's the first challenge. The second challenge is the long hours of riding. 8 hours. Today's going to be like 8 hours, and tomorrow another 5 to 8. Yeah, but we'll see how it goes. Just stopped in Bulls, filled up. I used about $20 worth of gas getting from Wellington to Bulls. The weather was sunny in Wellington. The wind has really picked up, and as you can see behind me, we've got like rain on the forecast. Yeah, and apparently there's a big storm coming through this whole week while I'm riding, so that's going to be a challenge. My last trip to the South Island, I did the whole island. I did it and I was doing little 2 or 3 hour rides each day. But the way this one is different is that I'm going to be basically, each day is going to be 6, 7 hours, 8 hours per day riding. So it's going to be testing, and yeah, this is an old bike. And but you know, sometimes when you get all these things like excuses, sometimes you just got to send it, and that's what I'm going to do. So stick with me. Today we're going to Auckland. Tomorrow we're going to Cape Reinga. Then we're going to turn back and go to Whangarei to stay the night. The following day it'll be back to Auckland, and then the day after that back to Wellington. So besides that little 2 hour ride day, Whangarei to Auckland, that's the shortest day, but every other day we're looking at 6, 7, 8 hours a day. Alright, let's go. update. I'm now in Whangarei. This morning it was touch and go as to whether or not the bike would actually go. But I tested it this morning and the clutch was working. Yeah, a bit of clutch fluid dripped out as well, so I'm a bit worried about that, but just I've made it to Whangarei anyway and just see how it goes. The next thing from here is nearly 4 hours to Cape Reinga and 4 back, so it's going to be a long day.
World's a victim to the scam. We live in the epitome to damn population by demand. We're witnessing the downfall of man once again, conditioned from the same program. The plan, the whole world's a victim to the scam. We live in the epitome to damn population by demand. The puppeteers are running out of hands. Understand, we're dealing with the enemy of man. E-O-L. You look a lot like them. You sound a lot like them. Very teachers sent you right back then. E-O-M. We gotta fight like them. Reunite your kin. We need to start a fire, let the light back in.
Yo, it's more than a clan that be shedding blood throughout the land. Now I'ma keep the shit 100 grand. Yeah. Different parts of the engine manipulate the populations. The tricks embedded throughout the generations. Systems are set in institution instead of coming up.
Well, here I am at Cape Reinga. Looks like me and everyone in New Zealand with me, but check it out. So I've just parked up and we'll go have a look. You've got the car park up there, and then you've got quite a big walk down to the lighthouse over there. Look down there, you can see the water mixing with the brown sand and whatnot being mixed up with the two currents. Then over there, and here we are, Cape Reinga Lighthouse. Made it. The only thing is now I've got to turn back and drive all the way back to Whangarei. It's like 4 hours. And you can see there when I was in Bluff 5 years ago, 1450 k's away. Now that that's done, you've got to walk back up to the bike. Like a king of shape from walking in these motorbike gears. Well, that was a walk back to the bike now. I would like to stand around and chat, but I got to get to the hotel by 8. The check-in time's from 2 PM to 8 PM. It's currently 3 and it takes 4 hours to get back, so I just gotta go. Good morning. It's basically last day of the year. I've woken up here in Whangarei in my hotel room, and the plan was to go to Auckland today and tomorrow ride back to Wellington, but the last 2 days have been 9 and then 11 hours on the bike. Just too much. So I'm going to divide that distance in half. So I've got myself a hotel room in Rotorua. So today I'm going to ride to Rotorua, stay the night, see the new year in, and ride home to Wellington. Yeah, I'm just going to get packed up and hit the road. Quick update. Oh, shit. There's been an accident on the motorway just south of the Otara turnoff, and I'm unable to carry on. Well, I could, but I'd be stuck in traffic and have to do a massive diversion, so I pulled off at the Otara, and now I'm heading over to Maraetai and Clevedon to then go. It's going around the long way, but I won't have to be stuck in traffic, and maybe I'll stop off at my old school. But yeah, just pulled over here in the countryside for just a bit of a rest. There's no rush to get to Rotorua. Like the last 2 days I've been in a rush to get somewhere, but I've got all day to get there. And what's the time now? It's only 2, so no rush. Well, times have changed, but this is my the school I went to when I was a kid in Clevedon. This was my classroom here. Yeah, it's changed a lot. Didn't have any of that like where all that blue stuff is there, that was just concrete. And where that blue stuff is, we did jump rope for heart back in the 80s. Basically jumping rope for like hours until you slowly drop out one by one. But yeah, that was my last classroom before I moved to Canada. And that thing there that says resource room, that was the principal's office. This is now the office, but that used to be another one of my classrooms as well. So wow, this was the caretaker's office. This building down here wasn't here. I don't know what that is. It's a hall, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, completely changed since I was here. Alright, let's hit the road. We're going to try and bypass this traffic stop jam thing that's going on. We'll go through Papakura and back onto the motorway. Actually cancelled that, we're not going to go via the State Highway 1. Found a route on Google Maps where we head inland. We parallel State Highway 1, but we're like just in the countryside pretty much. And then we end up on State Highway 2. And then 27 all the way through down to Matamata and then into Rotorua. So this will be exciting. It says it'll take 2 hours and 43 minutes. It's 200 k's, so here we go. This is a little bit of overkill. I got this room here. Got 3 bedroom beds in this room, and got all this, including my bed and a little spa bath. Happy New Year from Rotorua. Came in last night around 5ish, 5:30. Walked down to the supermarket, had dinner here, and yeah, just watched the 2026 come in quietly from here. Didn't do anything other than watch TV and have a meal. So today is going to be about 5 hours on the bike from here, Rotorua. We're going to head south, probably towards Taupo, then across into the Wairarapa, and end our day in Masterton. It looks like we'll be finishing this ride on the Friday, going from Masterton back home to Wellington. Weather for today is mixed bag really, but mainly kind of fine with showers, so it should be a good day. But first things first, go get some breakfast. So I've just arrived in Havelock North, having ridden over from Rotorua this morning up into the mountains down the other side. Now it's like 28 degrees here. I had almost no clutch when I started this morning, and it slowly has built pressure like this morning. So it's going to be a case of nursing it home tomorrow and nursing it into Masterton tonight. But yeah, just stopped here at an Indian restaurant for lunch, and then I'll try and get hold of my mate Ed if he lives here, and but if he's not home, then I'll just carry on. 2nd of Jan 2026, and yep, today is the last day of my epic journey, and it's the last hour and a half to Wellington, and that'll be where I complete my journey. 5 days of riding and my ass is sore, but basically, yep, this is it. This is the last leg. Just gotta do this and we're done. Let's go. Just made it home. Beautiful day here in Wellington. What a way to start 2026. Already started unpacking the bike, and I'll put down here how many Ks I covered over the last 5 days. So happy new year, peace out.